not the most versatile fragrances, but the most useful fragrances that I have in my collection. And these 10 fragrances, if you guys do not have them yet, you guys should really consider owning them. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we have 10 most useful fragrances in my entire collection, and these are 10 fragrances that I think you should own if you guys do not own these 10 yet. Now, some of these you may know of before, and then there might be a few that is surprising for this list. So let's get started. In no particular order, the first one is Versace EROS Flames. Now this one is useful in terms of nighttime wear. Fall, winter, spring, even summer nighttime wear, this thing will easily have your back. I find myself reaching for this a lot more now. First, because it gets a lot of compliments from me, it boosts my confidence quite a bit, but second, it's just a really nice scent to wear. When I wear this, I know that I'm safe, I'm not gonna be offending anyone, and I'm actually gonna be impressing a lot of people around me. So this one, very, very nice staple for the nighttime, all season nighttime. I highly recommend this one, Versace EROS Flames. Check this one out. I actually prefer this one over the original one. I like this one more for my taste. But again, if you watch my review, you know the dry down is pretty much the same scent. But right now in 2019, I prefer the opening of this one. Next one, we have a super useful scent. This is probably one of my most useful scent ever in my whole entire collection. This one is MUGLER cologne. This one, I lost count of how many times where I just want to smell clean and I have to go to a certain kind of meeting where I don't want to risk wearing a cologne. Even cologne as safe as PRADA L'Homme or Grey Vetiver, sometimes when you're having a high profile meeting, you really don't want to risk anything. So this is one of those fragrances that I grab and it's a lifesaver. Every guy should own this fragrance. MUGLER cologne, there's no joke, man. You need a fragrance that smells clean. You need a fragrance that can just have you smell fresh throughout the day without literally any risk of offending anyone, and you just smell really nice. And MUGLER cologne is one of those fragrances worth the investment. I don't wear it often, but it's a super lifesaver when I need one. So MUGLER cologne, I'm actually gonna wear this right now because I actually have a meetup to go to today, and this one is just gonna work. It's just gonna work super well. No one's gonna be offended by it. People around me are actually gonna like it. They're not really gonna say much because it smells like you took a shower or you're wearing some really nice clean clothes. They just appreciate the smell around you. You won't get a lot of compliments, but just know people really appreciate this one. Keeping with the office theme, we're gonna go to the next one now, PRADA L'Homme. Now this one is my favorite office scent of all time. Not only that, it's one of my favorite scents to wear outside in the sun in general. Whether that being summertime or springtime, this thing just works extremely well. If you want a fragrance that just smells nice for the hotter season, this one is one of your go-to. It smells professional, it smells luxurious, it's just overall a very pleasant and unique smelling scent. Not a lot of designer fragrances come close to touching the DNA of PRADA L'Homme. Heck, I don't think any fragrances touch the DNA of PRADA L'Homme besides PRADA L'Homme themselves. So this one, super useful. You know that people will love this one when you wear it. There's no takeaway from this fragrance at all. There's nothing in this fragrance that is offensive. It's just really nice, luxurious, and most importantly, unique. Can be used all the time in the daytime in the summer. Super useful scent. I wear this quite a lot. I highly recommend it. Next one, we have another L'Homme fragrance, but this time is from YSL. Now this one I don't wear as often, but the usefulness of this fragrance is through the roof as well. This is a fragrance at times when you need a really safe date fragrance or just a really safe fragrance with a nice seductive touch in general, wherever that time may be. For the daytime, this is just a really super nice guy fragrance with a touch of seductiveness. It makes this fragrance so good, man. It's so useful. You can wear this, as Jeremy used to say, you can wear this to your girl's parents' house and it'll be completely fine. I love that saying a lot because it fits the fragrance super well. Nice guy fragrance with a touch of seductiveness, super well. Apple and violet leaf are very amazing combination as well. A timeless classic in the designer realm. If you have not smelled this one yet, L'Homme by YSL is really nice staple. Every guy should own a bottle of this one. Next one, we have our first heavy hitter that everyone knows. This one is ACQUA di Gio Profumo. I can't have a most useful list and not include ACQUA di Gio because it is really a useful fragrance. I recommend wearing this in pretty much every season, every occasion. There's no time at all where ACQUA di Gio Profumo will not work for you. ACQUA di Gio, the original, may not work for you in the nighttime or in the fall and winter time simply because the performance of the original is not that good. This one doubles the performance, making it an all year round fragrance. And it's just one of those fragrances that's such a dumb reach that you can just grab it at any situation at all without thinking twice about it. Like if you're running down the stairs, you're late for work, you're about to go, you see ACQUA di Gio at the corner there, you wouldn't even hesitate to just grab it, spray 3 or 4 sprays on, and smell good for the rest of the day. It's that much of a utility type fragrance. It is amazing. And it has a touch of freshness, a touch of seductiveness, as well as quite a sexy, fresh scent, and that girls really, really love. So you can even wear it for a date. Like I said, again, any situation at all, very utility heavy fragrance, highly recommended. If you still have the original and you still haven't upgraded, you really should. This one, like I said, a little darker, a little more seductive, and lasts twice as long. All right, now this fragrance may come to a surprise to some of you that it makes the list, but it is really, really good, and I'll tell you why here in a second. This one is called MANCERA, CEDRAT, BOISE. This one is for when you just want to rock the town at nighttime. You want to go to nightclubs, you want to go to bars, you want to just go out with some buddies at night, but you want to smell not like your typical fresh fragrance. You want to smell fantastic, like Creed's Aventus, but nicer and easier to appreciate than Creed's Aventus, with no risk of offending anyone, mind you. I've gotten negative feedback for Aventus, so I can't wholeheartedly recommend Aventus for this list. But this one, MANCERA, CEDRAT, BOISE, a much more millennial friendly, I would say much more younger version, millennial friendly, easy to wear version of Aventus, and it's fantastic. I find myself reaching for this so much more than Aventus lately, and I absolutely love it. And this one also cheaper than Aventus. You can find it on discounter, especially at this size, maybe around 40-50 bucks, which is amazing, amazing price. It doesn't smell exactly like Aventus, which is really good as well. Like I said, it has enough difference to be its own fragrance. But if you want that kind of masculine, sexy vibe that Aventus kind of gives, this one has that, and it's also much easier to pull off and much, much more affordable. Next, we have another heavy hitter. Actually, there's like 2-3 more known heavy hitters in this list. This one's called BLEU Chanel Parfum, or BLEU Chanel Eau de Parfum. Both versions work really well. Another one of those really nice dumb reach fragrance like ACQUA di Gio that you can grab without thinking, that you can be running down the stairs and grabbing without thinking. BLEU Chanel is actually the one I wear more. Both the Parfum and the EDP I wear more than ACQUA di Gio, hence is a little bit more later on in this list. It is just so wonderful. It works very, very well for the office. The performance of this one is also on par with ACQUA di Gio. It can be used all season long. Mainly, I would say this is an office and nighttime fragrance because it does have a little bit more of that dark, kind of mysterious incense vibe than ACQUA di Gio. So while ACQUA di Gio is awesome for any given time of day, mainly in the daytime, this one is awesome for any given time of day, but mainly nighttime. So owning both of those fragrances actually covers your base for every season, every time of day. So yeah, very useful fragrance. Both the Parfum and the EDP, I recommend both of those. I love those so much. But if you want to go for the cheaper option, go with the Eau de Parfum. The Parfum is expensive, it's over $100, but Eau de Parfum, I think you can find it discounted for less than that. So there you go. Pick the EDP if you want a cheaper option, pick the Parfum if you want the more darker, a little bit more expensive option. All right, this next one, let's just get it out of the way. This is DIOR SAUVAGE. I can't have this list without it. As much as you guys don't like me to talk about Sauvage so often, I really can't have this list without Sauvage. If I'm gonna have ACQUA di Gio, if I'm gonna have BLEU Chanel, I can't have it without DIOR SAUVAGE. It's just really useful. Mainly though for the summertime, although you could easily wear this in the fall and winter time as well. This thing shines so well in the sun. I don't think there's a better fresh fragrance in terms of compliment factor, in terms of sillage, in terms of just longevity than DIOR SAUVAGE and DIOR SAUVAGE Eau de Parfum. For the summertime, it's just a beast of a fragrance. No other fragrance really touch it in all those categories. So that's why it's such a massively sold fragrance. That's why it works so well. And for me, this one, I don't smell it as often as I smell 1 million or as I smell the original ACQUA di Gio out on the strip here in Las Vegas. So those two fragrances are definitely a lot more popular than DIOR SAUVAGE. This is becoming that much more popular, but again, it's not as popular still as the 1 million and ACQUA di Gio. So you can still definitely pull this off, especially if you live in a small town. If you live in a small town, man, you can wear any fragrance you want. You're not gonna smell like anyone really, because in a small town, you might be the only dude that wears fragrances, you know what I mean? So it really depends on where you live. Don't just believe anyone when they say that, oh, this is overworn, don't wear it. It really depends on where you live. When I lived in Alaska, I was probably the only person who wears fragrances in my small little town. So wear whatever you want. If you live in a small town, DIOR SAUVAGE is perfect for you. Even if you live in a big city, like I am in Vegas, not a lot of people wear SAUVAGE here. They wear 1 million and they wear ACQUA di Gio much more. So yeah, DIOR SAUVAGE still extremely relevant, even though it's been like 4 years old. Still the king of fresh fragrances and one of the most useful fragrances you can have in your collection, especially if you have a small collection. All right, next one, we have the most useful fragrance. Hands down, the most useful fragrance in the world. I will say that right now. In the world, this is the most useful fragrance. This one is Molecule 01 by Essentric molecules. There's a lot of situations where I would just be lost without this fragrance. Like I would not know what to wear at all. Like the time when I work at the restaurant, I mentioned this story in the previous videos, I cannot wear any other fragrance in the restaurant. They just don't allow it, they don't like it, the cooks don't like it, the customers, they're okay, but the cooks and the staff don't like it. This one, I ended up wearing every single day I was working there, and people actually gave me compliments for it. They said I smell nice, it actually really works. Other people smell it, I don't really smell it, but hey, as long as I know I smell nice to other people, I'm really all for that. And for the summertime when it's extremely blazing 3 digits, 113 degrees outside, this is one of the fragrances, this is probably the only fragrance that I wear in that kind of heat. So if you live anywhere that's hot like Nevada, you live in Arizona, oh my God, you live in Hawaii even, this is one of the fragrances that you're gonna end up falling in love with the most. You won't smell it on yourself. That's the one key big drawback, that you can't enjoy it yourself. But just know that everyone else around you is enjoying the scent like crazy. So Molecule 1, most useful fragrance, by far no competition. All right, I wanted to save this one for last because this one is very objective, because it's my favorite. This one is Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. This one is useful for me because it is my signature scent. If you want to smell like Imagine scent, wear Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. That's just it. I wear this one the most. I love this fragrance a lot. I don't always share it in the weekly rotation simply because it will be there a lot, because I just like to spray this on when I'm at home. I just like to spray it on whenever I can spray it on, because I just really like the smell. This is one of my favorite scents of all time. It is my signature scent and I love it so much, and it's just so useful. I wear it all year round, all season long. It gives me good compliments. I wear it to the club, I wear it to work, I wear it to just literally anything at all that I can think of, and it works so well. Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, one of my favorites. I'm not gonna rave about it anymore. Just go try it out yourself if you guys have not done so yet. Again, Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, my #1 favorite. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you guys have not done so yet. Also, let me know down in the comment section below which fragrances in your collection is the most useful to you. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.